After Paris burned, the church bells no longer sang praises. They tolled like the sound of the world's end. The name Ragnar Lothbrok spread across Europe like a curse. And yet, even when he was hailed as the son of Odin, a cold question rose in Ragnar's mind. Do the gods truly exist, or are they nothing but the laughter of Loki? In England, King Alla awaited him with a pit of venomous snakes, and from the moment Ragnar fell, his blood would ignite the Viking storm. Could the death of one man change the fate of an entire continent? In the shadows of York, the blood eagle spread its wings. But was it punishment or a sacrifice to the gods? And how would Ragnar's sons crush the Saxons? Stay to the very end of this video to witness the Norse saga in its truest form, etched in iron, blood, and destiny. Word spread across Northumbria. Ragnar had returned. No great fleet, no red sails blotting the horizon, only a few battered ships. Yet the mention of his name froze prayers in the throats of priests. King Alla of Northumbria, who once trembled at Viking horns, now faced an aged Ragnar, scarred, broken, betrayed by his own body. In Alla's eyes, there was no mercy, only hatred. He did not want to simply kill Ragnar, he wanted to erase him. The snake pit waited, black, stinking, alive with coils that writhed in hunger. Before the crowd, Ragnar stood tall, his voice ringing like iron. I do not fear death. I have lived as Odin's son, and I will die as Odin's son. Spill my blood here, my sons will come. This land will be ashes. Alla gave the signal. Ragnar was hurled into the pit. Snakes hissed and struck, their fangs sinking deep. The crowd braced for screams. Instead came laughter. Ragnar laughed like a warrior, mocking both men and gods. Poison coursed through his veins, yet he raised his head and sang, "The day has come. I do not fear death. Valhalla opens, shields shining, great halls ablaze. Tonight I drink with Thor, laugh with Loki, sit beside Odin. Tonight I step into immortality." His breath faltered, but his eyes still burned. His final roar shook the square. Alla, tremble! My sons will come, and this Christian land will be plowed with blood. Then silence. Not peace, only the prelude to the storm. Dawn broke gray over England. Across the North Sea, 1,000 masts rose like a forest of spears. Dragon-headed ships gaped with painted jaws, eyes burning red. War drums thundered across the waves. Tens of thousands of Vikings smashed axe against shield, war horns howling as if Valhalla itself called them forth. On the prow of the largest ship, Bjorn Ironside roared, "My father sold blood in this land. Today, we reap Saxon blood." Amid the fleet, on a black chariot of wood and iron, Ivar the Boneless grinned. This land will learn fear. Alla's scream will be the dirge of his crown. The storm of iron fell. Ships crashed into the sand, shields locked into a wall of steel. Across the field, Saxons blew their horns. Thousands of horsemen charged, earth trembling, dust rising. A forest of lances lowered. When the two waves collided, history exploded. Saxon cavalry slammed into the Viking wall like mountains collapsing. Shields splintered, wood cracked, steel screamed. Horses shrieked and toppled into blood and mud. Saxon spears pierced shields and flesh, but Viking axes answered. Shafts broke, helmets split, sparks burst like fire from stone. Bjorn roared through the chaos, every swing shattering armor and bone. His face ran with blood, but his eyes blazed. Ube stood steady as stone. When his shield broke, he seized another, never yielding. Heatzer raged like wildfire, his axe carving arcs of crimson. Sigurd's snake in the eye cut through smoke, his marked eye freezing enemies before his blade struck. And Ivar from his chariot commanded, drive them into the pit, grind their bones beneath Odin's wheels. The Viking wall surged forward like a living block of iron, pushing Saxons back. Villages burned, flames licked rooftops, bell churches clanged in panic, no longer prayers but death nails. Saxon ranks broke, collapsing into chaos. Over the din, a single cry rose. Ragnar! For Ragnar! The ghost of Ragnar seemed to walk the field, every blade carrying his name. York fell. Its gates cracked like the spine of a kingdom. Flames devoured houses. Smoke wrapped the bell tower, each toll striking Northumbria's coffin. King Alla was dragged into the square, robe torn, crown rolling in the dirt. A circle of shields rose. Thousands of Vikings stood in silence. Into the circle came Ragnar's sons, Bjorn towering, Ube steady, Heatsirk burning, Ivar grinning cold. A warhammer struck 3 times. The night froze. No gallows, no blade at the neck. The Vikings chose ritual, the blood eagle. Alla was forced down. The sax blade carved his back. A line down the spine, branches spread into wings. Parallel cuts feathered out, glowing scarlet. Ash and salt turned blood dusk red. Drums beat slow, the pulse of wings. A voice chanted, "Blood spilled is never lost. The earth remembers each drop. Wings cannot fly, yet the wind will lift them." At last, Ivar drew the blade, 2 long cuts widening the wings. Flames rose, smoke curled into twin plumes. Alla shrieked, but the Saxons heard something else, the scream of an eagle tearing across the sky. Thousands of Vikings roared in answer. "The eagle flies! Odin! Odin!" That night Ragnar's curse came true. Not just a king slain, but history carved into flesh. Saxons swore that whenever red smoke rose from burning roofs, they saw bloody wings across the English sky. The blood eagle had flown, and Europe understood the fury of Ragnar's bloodline had only begun. York's night ended in fire. Alla lay broken, his cries fading, while Ragnar's sons lifted their heads as if they had written history itself with the body of their enemy. But the saga was not finished. Bjorn Ironside turned south towards the golden walls of Constantinople, the jewel of Byzantium, the greatest prize in the world. And the question still stands. Would northern sails touch those proudest walls on earth? Would Ragnar's bloodline bring terror beneath the golden cross of Constantinople? Follow the next chapter as the saga sails across the seas to the gates of the Eastern Roman Empire, where Vikings and the mightiest power of their age would meet in a hymn of blood, fire, and destiny.